Welcome to another week with Dining with Daryl. Today's Houston Texans game day menu is going to be seafood linguine. Seafood linguine, I'm going to use Gulf shrimp, fresh scallops, crawfish, some linguine. You'll need a bottle of white wine, Chardonnay, and some olive oil. But tonight we'll also be watching the Houston Astros win Game 2 against the Boston Red Sox. So it's going to be a really good meal. Okay, so we're going to start prepping everything before we start cooking. It's always a good idea to have everything ready. That way you can just throw it into the pan when it is. This meal that I'm making today is something that we ate when we went to New York this past year, and it was really good. Famous restaurant. And so this is going to be my rendition, but my son Daryl also loves to cook, and he's the one that came up with the idea, so he's going to be helping today. Okay, it asks for 3 cloves of garlic, thinly sliced, so I'm going to do as thin as I can. I like garlic a lot. It asks for about 1/3 of a tomato. Take the seeds out and then slice it finely also. It asks for about 1/2 cup of parsley. Daryl's working on the Italian parsley. We found that Italian parsley has a little more flavor than regular parsley, so we'll be using that. And it's going to ask for juice from about 2 lemons, so about 1/4 cup of lemon juice. What you think? That about 1/4 cup? A little more. Okay, I've got the salt water boiling that I'm going to cook the linguine in. I'm going to get that started while I start preparing the sauce and seafood. Now you're going to get your pan hot. You're going to add your olive oil. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is saute the shrimp in the olive oil until it becomes opaque, which should take a couple of minutes on each side. So make sure it's flat, touching the oil or the pan. While I'm doing this, my son Daryl is preparing the bread for the dinner. At this point we'll add the scallops. We remove the shrimp and set it aside after it's been cooking for a little bit, and we'll do the same thing with the scallops. Now I'm going to add crawfish to the scallops that have been cooking for a couple of minutes, just to get them coated with the olive oil. Let that cook on high for another minute. Now you remove all the seafood and add a little more olive oil for your sauce. Let that get hot. And you're going to add your garlic. Okay, so while the sauce is simmering with the white wine, parsley, tomatoes, and the other seasonings, I'm going to add bacon to it. So in a separate pan, I'm cooking a little thick sliced bacon, chopped up. And once that's ready, I'll put it in the sauce also, before adding my seafood. Now that the bacon is ready, I'm going to go ahead and add that to the sauce that I have. We'll save that bacon grease for some beans later, maybe. I'll add that in. It's been cooking on medium heat for about 8 minutes. Man, that smells real good. So at this point, I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of butter and the lemon juice that we got earlier. Now we'll let that cook down. And remember, when you're preparing your food, always taste your food to make sure it has enough seasonings. You can always add more, add less, decide what you want. But it all depends on you, how you like your food to taste. So at this point, we'll add the seafood that's already been cooked back into the sauce with the juices and liquids. And we'll let that cook for another 8 minutes on a low-medium heat, just so it can absorb the flavors. The pasta is ready, the sauce is ready. So now all we do is pour it over the top. And there's your seafood linguine.